आज हम बात कर रहे थे, हमारा टॉपिक था मेंटल वेलनेस फॉर डिवाइन जस्टिस। मेंटल वेलनेस फॉर डिवाइन जस्टिस, ये टॉपिक काफ़ी दिन से ये मेरे दिल के बहुत करीब है और इस पे हम चर्चा करना चाहते थे। अभी अरेटे चैम्बर्स ने ये बात करी कि इस पे कुछ कॉन्फ्रेंस रखी जाए और लेटेस्ट लॉज ने भी इसको अप्रूव किया कि इस पे थोड़ी चर्चा करी जाए। तो मेरे को कुशाग्र ने, दिव्यांशु एंड रिया, दे ऑल सेड कि इस पे एक चर्चा होनी चाहिए, बड़ा इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है एंड इज़ लेस डिस्कस्ड। मैं कुछ 3-4 एग्ज़ाम्पल से इसकी सिग्निफिकेंस पे बात करना चाहूँगा। Now most important is, if I tell you few instances, fortunately our Chief Justice of India, my Lord Justice Bobde, in his first speech talked of significance of mental wellness, and he said mentalness for all the stakeholders, not only for judges. Mental wellness for all these stakeholders is very, very important, not only for administration of justice but also for other fields of life. Whatever somebody is doing in life, it is very important. After all, as Einstein said, training of mind. Education basically means training of mind. How do you train your mind to deal with the world? And this COVID-19, we especially realize that people sitting at home, how much mental wellness they can maintain is a big challenge. Therefore, we decided that we should have some seminar on this to talk about mental wellness. I'll first take an example of one case. You all know that recently the bench of my Lord Justice Sikri, sitting with Justice Shah and Justice Nazir, they acquitted 6 persons who were sentenced to death. Now this is interesting feature. 6 persons were sentenced to death. Their death sentence was confirmed by the Supreme Court of India, and when the review petition came, they thought, let's review this, because 3 persons, they said, they were not heard before their punishment was enhanced. So matter again came before the Supreme Court. Imagine in 2008 this petition was disposed of by Supreme Court, and 2019 again, after 11 years, this review came. Now I just wish that we examine a stage as Shakespeare says, what is a stage? We are all actors. So let's erect a stage. Now stage is that 3 judges of Supreme Court in a case sentenced 6 persons to death. But after 11 years, 3 judges of Supreme Court acquit those persons and even pass strictures against the investigating agencies that they were falsely implicated. Now imagine that act Shakespeare is saying. Now evidence is same, CRPC is same, IPC is same, facts are same, everything is same. Even level of judges, you can't say those were High Court judges, these were Supreme Court judges. So one set of Supreme Court judges says that they should be sentenced to death. The bench of Justice Sikri, when takes up this matter, they say no, they should be acquitted. So is it not as good as mathematics now that something else goes into making of judgment? Something other than evidence, something other than facts, something other than CRPC, IPC, any law whatsoever is there. So there is something else which goes into making of judgment. So what is that something else if it is not mental wellness? Or growth of a person, evolvement of a person, maturity of a person, nature of a person. All these factors, they go into making of judgment. I'll give you another example to tell you the significance. In 1995, I filed a case in the High Court of Delhi. I remember my Lord Justice Vijender Jain was the heading criminal bench. So I mentioned before him that many prisoners were languishing in Central Jail, Delhi, just because they could not furnish surety, and that too in petty offences. Justice Jain, as a compassionate judge, immediately asked for the details. And few of us visited jails and found that about 400 prisoners were there who were languishing in jail just because they could not furnish surety. They had been granted bail, and imagine, for petty offences. So I cited before my Lord Justice Jain the judgment of my Lord Justice Krishna Iyer, in which he cited very beautifully the poetry of Lyndon Johnson, the then President of America. And his lovely poetry was that I am not in jail because I am likely to run away. I am not in jail because I have committed any heinous crime. I am not in jail because I have not been granted bail. I am in jail because I am poor. So these compassionate lines hit or influence my Lord Justice Krishna Iyer, and then convince my Lord Justice Vijender Jain to pass orders for bail on personal bonds or on any bond of a relative. Same event happened after 5 years. After 5 years, I again cited my Lord Justice Krishna Iyer, my Lord Justice Jain, and Lyndon Johnson before the then judge heading the criminal bench, a great judge who is now a judge in the International Court of Justice, my Lord Justice Dalbir Bhandari. In 2000, my Lord Justice Dalbir Bhandari, on same argument, rather he appointed me amicus, because that time there was strike going on. He appointed me amicus to say, Ashok, otherwise people will trouble you. I'll appoint you amicus so that you can help these poor people. And he also ordered release of hundreds of prisoners just on this argument that I am in jail because I am poor. One case I distinctly remember, and hold your breath, my dear friends, you would be shocked to know that when we visited jail, we found that one person was in jail for good 3 months just because he could not furnish surety. And the charge was, now this is where I say kindly hold your breath, you would not believe your ears what I am saying. The charge was that he was found in the banquet hall of a 5-star hotel in Delhi without any invitation card. The charge ends here. A postgraduate from JNU, a freelance journalist, is in jail just because he was found in the banquet hall without any invitation card, and he was in jail for good 3 months. So after 3 months, when I mentioned before my Lord Justice Dalbir Bhandari, he immediately called the standing counsel and said, this man has to be released just now. Just now. Now imagine, the charge is same. If he was in jail for 3 months, that means at least 6 times he was produced before a magistrate. But he was not that compassionate as my Lord Justice Dalbir Bhandari was. So what is going on into making his judgment? It is his mental wellness. It is his mental wellness. One more case immediately comes to my mind is, I was doing a matter in Supreme Court on death sentence, and the charge was that the person had killed his wife, who was 9 months pregnant, and also a child who was only 5-year-old. I remember. Now imagine again, 2 judges of Supreme Court, I would not name here, both very, very dedicated, seasoned persons, integrity above board, knowledge of law, you can't imagine, everything, holding same post. At the end of the argument, one judge, I am now making the action. One judge said, you butchered your wife, gave her 23 wounds, stabs, in her stomach and killed her. Tell us why you should not be hanged. Now, two judges are sitting. One question is this, and when it is said it is not rarest of rare case, the other judge, who was more compassionate, immediately said no, death sentence is commuted to life imprisonment. So what was that? What was that? I can count number of examples on this, number of examples, that ultimately what goes into making of judgment is something other than law. It is your maturity, your compassion, your evolvement, how you see the world, what is your growth. Like I gave example of my Lord Justice Bobde. We are really happy that he is taking care of his staff, litigants, lawyers, all over the country, whatever is happening. So all these things in Corona happening, and it is mental wellness which keeps you fit and which allows you to take good decisions all the time. How do we say now to develop that mental wellness? What exactly is mental wellness? As Einstein said, mental wellness is training of mind. When we say training of mind, that means mind is to be trained that it does everything perfect, all the time. This presence of mind, this awareness of mind, my dear friends, is not a part-time job, pastime job. As they say, Savdhani hati durghatna ghati. The moment you lose focus, you are likely to commit a mistake. And as my Lord Justice Pasayat in a judgment said, that when wrong is done, of course, when I say mental wellness of all the stakeholders should be there, like lawyers, litigants, witness, investigating officer, court staff. So mental wellness not only of judges, mental wellness of all the stakeholders. But as Justice Pasayat said, that when injustice is done, then the burden is more on the judge who is deciding. They say witness can falter, lawyer can falter, investigating officer can falter, but the judge should not falter. So to have that awareness all the time is a big challenge, is actually a big challenge. As Swami Chinmayanand said it very beautifully. He says, so long you are into blood and flesh, you will continue to commit errors here and there. How quickly you rebound back to your wisdom, to yourself, is the challenge. So it is not that all the time it is difficult to maintain. It is difficult, but it is doable. And then how quickly you bounce back. We can discuss fewer things, which influence the mental wellness or your growth or evolvement. Like I say in a book that there are friends and there are enemies. There are friends for mental wellness and evolvement, and there are enemies for mental wellness and all. I now remember recently when I was appearing before the bench of my Lord Justice Ramanna and my Lord Justice Sanjeev Khanna, I was tempted to say that since I am appearing before my Lord Justice Ramanna, I must cite Bhagwan Ramanna Maharishi. Why I am saying this? Because Bhagwan Ramanna Maharishi, he told us that go and inquire, who am I? Now one who is inquiry, who am I? He says would not commit a mistake. He would understand I am not Ashok, I am not a lawyer, I am not arm, I am not eyes, I am not holding position. So everybody, I am neither my ears, nor nose, nor name. So who am I? I am pure conscience. Awareness. That happiness comes when and this is especially in this time, in this Corona time, when everybody is locked down. People must realize that what is the existence of mankind. It is so fragile. Next moment, you are not aware what is going to happen to you. It's not going. Nobody knows next moment what is in store for you. So therefore, who am I of Ramana Maharishi is very important to know. Who am I? It is very important to know what are the things which influence my mind. Where am I going? What is my purpose of life? How can I deliver justice? Deliver justice does not only mean in court of law. Deliver justice means in whatever position I am. In whatever position I am working today, as a mother, father, friend, husband, wife, grandfather, children. But most important is judge, as Justice Pasaya said, because you are likely to do injustice if you are not that evolved. So divine justice, where from divine justice would come? It actually reminds me of a great couplet of Allama Iqbal, where he says, I first tell you the meaning of that couplet. Meaning is that with these eyes you cannot do justice. The real justice happens when you see from the eyes of your heart. Eyes of your heart, as Allama Iqbal says, जाहिर की आँख से ना तमाशा करे कोई, है देखना तो दीदाए दिलवा करे कोई, है देखने का शौक़ तो आँखों को बंद कर, है देखना वही कि ना देखा करे कोई. With these eyes you cannot do justice just by looking at the constitution, CRPC, IPC. No, it's not possible. Not possible. The other शायर says, धूप में निकलो, घटाओं में नहाकर देखो, और ज़िंदगी क्या है किताबों को हटा कर देखो. और सिर्फ आँखों से ही दुनिया नहीं देखी जाती. Listen, this is how to do justice. सिर्फ आँखों से ही दुनिया नहीं देखी जाती, दिल की धड़कन को भी रोशनी बना के देखो. So it is only when we make this heart as our eyes, as a compassionate soul, then only we can do justice. Otherwise, with this just knowledge of law, one cannot do justice. Computer justice can happen, no doubt. Negotiable Instrument Act case, these are the dates, okay, computer justice can happen. But divine justice, for divine justice you need that eye. You need to go through that exercise where I'm saying Justice Ramana, no, not Justice Ramana, where Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi, he says, who am I? What is my purpose of life? The spirit of inquiry. Interestingly, see, what Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi says is the soul of our constitution. We all know Article 51A, which talks of fundamental duties. 51A H, you see, it is duty of every citizen to develop that spirit of inquiry. So unless I develop that spirit of inquiry, who am I? What is my purpose of life? What am I doing? What is spoiling my evolvement? What is spoiling my happiness? What is spoiling my focus? What is spoiling my awareness? What is spoiling my judgment? I cannot improve. I cannot improve. You all know Justice Nariman, not Justice Nariman, Fali Nariman. Fali Nariman in his book talks about a judge in Bombay who used to just listen to both the parties. He would say, okay, you tell me what is your case, you tell me what is your case. And after listening to both the sides, he would decide the case. And more than 95% of the times, my dear friends, his judgment was right. Why? Because he had that eyes of heart open. He was compassionate. वो दिल की आँख से देख रहे थे, वो इन आँखों से नहीं देख रहे थे. He was not only relying upon law books or constitution, CRPC, IPC. No, his eyes, that is why I say divine justice. Where from that sixth sense is developed, where from that idea comes, as my Lord Justice Bhagwati beautifully said. He said we are to innovate strategies. We are to innovate methods to provide justice to millions who were not getting basic human rights, to whom personal liberty has no meaning at all. Imagine that time my Lord Justice Bhagwati said these beautiful lines. So how do you get that mind to innovate a strategy, evolve a strategy that how to do justice, how to do divine justice? It is not in books. No, books are only helping tools, my dear friends, only helping tools. One other point which comes to my mind, and shedding modesty, I must say that Constitution Bench, when it was deciding, the Constitution Bench constituted by the then Chief Justice of India, My Lord Justice Kapadia. I remember My Lord Justice D.K. Jain, My Lord Justice Ranjana Desai, My Lord Justice Nijjar, Justice Kher, they were all with him. And all stalwarts had argued that point, whether to provide guidelines for media to report cases which are sub judice. After all had concluded, that is why I am saying, shedding modesty, I am saying this, because this was very, very important. Good 40 minutes they heard me on this, that this justice cannot be done by these naked eyes. There I recited these couplets and said, this justice cannot be done, and they all agreed that yes, this justice cannot be done by these naked eyes. It just cannot be done. You have to open your eyes of the heart. You have to keep you, as Swami Vivekananda said, that every soul has potential to be divine. We can go a step ahead. We say not that every soul has potential. I say every soul is fundamentally divine. Every soul is fundamentally divine unless polluted by some other extraneous pollutes. Now, first thing which comes to my mind, which is very important, is love. Love. Every religion says love is God. Our constitution says that to promote fraternity, we have solemnly affirmed to secure and to promote fraternity. Why? जिन प्रेम कियो तिन ही प्रभु पायो. सुखमनी साहब, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, जिन प्रेम कियो तिन ही प्रभु पायो. Kabir also says, ढाई आखर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित हुई. One who is full of love can administer justice in whatever position he is, because that compassion, love is very, very important component of a personality. And then love not only for me and mine, no dear friends, love only for me and mine just would not enable any person to develop that sixth sense. It is only love for all, love for kainat, love for total nature, love for birds, love for plants, love for nature, every human being, love for all. As the शायर says, जर्रे जर्रे में उसी का नूर है और झांक तू दिल में न वो तुझसे दूर है. इश्क है उससे तो सबसे इश्क कर, इस इबादत का यही दस्तूर है. So it is only when you love all, you will develop that sixth sense. Otherwise that sixth sense just cannot develop. Like Kabir, Ghalib, Bulle Shah, Rumi, Socrates, Khusro, where from they got these ideas, sixth sense? As Ghalib says, आते हैं गैब से ये मज़ामी ख्याल में. ये कहाँ से आते हैं? Where do you get these ideas? What Justice Bhagwati is talking, that you have to innovate strategy. How would you innovate strategy unless you have a clean heart, unless you are evolved soul? Though this evolving strategy, innovating strategies would come with a clean heart, loving heart, not with a polluted heart, I am sorry to say, not with a heart which is thinking negative, which is having ill will, hatred. Love, 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 compassion for all, pain of all. As the शायर says कि खंजर कहीं चले तो तड़पता है दिल अमीर और सारे जहां का दर्द हमारे जिगर में है. When you feel the pain of every soul you can think of, when you can think of before taking bread that farmer has committed suicide. Farmer has committed suicide. Should I eat this or should I see blood in this chapati? Then only that sixth sense would be developed. I am not saying stop eating, my friends. Keep eating. Keep yourself healthy. But think of that person where farmer is committing suicide. Why minors are being abused? Why minors are committing heinous crime? So all these factors, love, compassion, purity of soul, purity of thoughts. One of the film, if you watch, we recently created few friends. There the Professor Chanak says, मैं क्या सोचता हूँ ये भी सोचता हूँ. See, where from is it coming? It is coming from Buddha. It is coming from Swami Vivekananda. It is coming from all philosophers. They say, you are what your thoughts are. What your thoughts are. And we don't bother about our thoughts. No. I would not permit my thoughts to go haywire. I would watch each of my thought because I want to evolve. I want to be an asset to society. If we think this way, I don't want to be a liability. But how would I become asset? I would become asset only when I am knowledgeable. And not only knowledgeable, if I am arrogant. We have seen many professionals, they are knowledgeable but they are arrogant. So who would go to them? Somebody who is arrogant, why should somebody go to him? So with knowledge you also need that compassion, that loving nature. That loving nature. Is not that I would not name that lawyer because unnecessarily people would file suit against him. He talked about some professional. He said कि after seeing this अशोक जी मैंने एक शेर लिखा है. मैंने कहा बताइए क्या. He said मैंने इनको देख के ये लिखा कि वहाँ तो जाना है अकड़ के. That means when a person dies, the body becomes stiff. He says वहाँ तो जाना है अकड़ के, यहाँ भी रहते हो अकड़ के. Be soft so that people approach you. People approach you. Your diet, your exercise, as they say, body is a boat to travel, to swim. So we have to keep track of it. It actually reminds me something very interesting I wish to share with you. Justice Ramaswamy, one of the finest judges Delhi High Court produced, one day told me, and I would again not name the other judges, he says, Mr. Roda, how these people go and drink every day? When do they read files? Each day when you are drinking till midnight. So he was right. He was right. If till midnight you are drinking, how would you do justice? Whether you are a lawyer, doctor, engineer, judge or investigating officer. So it is very important to keep total discipline. Brahmacharya, as they say, Brahmacharya is not only abstaining from sex. Brahmacharya is discipline of all activities. What you are eating, what you are thinking, what is your routine, your timetable, what time you sleep, what time you get up, what time you go for exercise. So all these things become important. And one, as you all know, one drum of milk, just one drop of lemon can spoil it. So all your personality, just one slip, as they say, Savdhani Ati Durg, just one slip and you are gone. I am a clear, real fan of my Lord Justice Sikri. I am saying that Karnataka judgment, how did it come? With mental wellness. Justice Kurian Joseph, think of him. He would do mediation in court, which other people would not do in couple of hours. It is also important for mediators. Mediation is not only negotiation. Mediation is to go into that mind, enter that soul, as Justice Kurian Joseph used to do it. And why could he convince more and more people? Because his heart was pure, compassionate. Another judge I immediately comes to my mind is Justice Lokur. Imagine, in social justice, he was doing lot of work, lot of things he did for this country, and the moment he left the court, many petitions, they just become total, you can say nothing is happening in those matters. Why? Now level of judges is same, qualification is same. One judge is taking it compassionately, other judge is not bothered. In fact, it reminds me, I am sorry to quote this, Justice Krishna Iyer released many people, then Justice Vijender Jain released many people. Lyndon Johnson's poem was appreciated by all them. Justice Dalveer Bhandari released many people. And after 4 years, I filed another petition in Delhi High Court. I would not again name the judges, but the Chief Justice, the then Chief Justice said, what is this? You are saying that these people are in jail without because they could not furnish surety. They are worse than criminals. They are worse than murderers. Imagine. For petty offence, pickpocket, the Chief Justice of a High Court is saying they are worse than murderers. And other judge sitting with him is telling me, do you have wakalatnama of all these prisoners? See, They are not even willing to respect their own seniors, Justice Krishna Iyer, Justice Jain, Justice Bhandari, Lyndon Johnson. Nothing affects them. Nothing affects them. As Ghalib says, ना था कुछ तो खुदा था, कुछ ना होता तो खुदा होता. डुबोया मुझको होने ने, my ego is coming in front of me. Their ego did not allow them to do justice. Same, they could not even have that discipline to respect their own seniors who had released people without wakalatnama, just on personal bond. But they say no, we don't entertain, because you are lords, you would not entertain, but you are answerable somewhere. You forget that. And I am sorry, poetic justice was done to both of them. I'll share personally, you can ask me everything, we can't speak here to maintain protocol. But yes, poetic justice was done. These are very important. What happens when something more comes to my mind? What happens sometime we are so much involved in our own miseries, our own problems, our own difficulties, that we are not able to bring that soul to that level that where we get that sixth sense. Now that sixth sense, as we said, comes from purity of soul. Sixth sense would not come if I am involved or disturbed with my own worries, my own problems in life. As Allama Iqbal says, सितारों के आगे जहाँ और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तहां और भी हैं, इसी रोज़ो शब में उलझ के ना रह जा कि तेरे ज़माने मकां और भी हैं. He is saying, just don't be involved in your own worries, miseries or problems. Problem of your daughter, son, husband, wife, father, grandfather. He says these problems would continue. If these problems disturb you, then you just cannot do divine justice. No. You just cannot do divine justice if your own problems are disturbing you. You deal with the problems. You deal with the problems. But the problem should not disturb you. As our Suresh Gupta, one of our darling friends, Suresh Gupta is a great lawyer and is a great poet also. He writes it so beautifully. I think this can bring home all the things. This can bring home what Guru Bani says. Chinta taki kijiye jo anhoni hoye. He is saying worry about something which has never happened before. Whatever is happening in life today has been happening since ages. So why should I be worried just because now I am concerned with that? No. Suresh Gupta writes कि ऐ दिल अब खामोश हो जा. This you must listen. Such a beautiful message that I should not be worried about my problems if I want to do divine justice. He says ऐ दिल अब खामोश हो जा कि हर वक्त का रोना भी अच्छा नहीं होता, और कौन है जिसकी ज़िंदगी में गम जुड़ा नहीं होता. तुझको तो बस आदत पड़ गई है रोने की, शिकवे शिकायत करने की. ऐ दिल तू खेल, तू नहीं खेलेगा तो दुनिया खेलेगी तुझसे. See how beautifully he says what Rahim said. रहीमन निज मन की व्यथा, मन ही राखो गोए, सुन अठलैया लेत सब बांट न लइयो कोए. He said everybody would make fun of you. So just don't cry at every shoulder. No. उफ ना करेंगे, लब सी लेंगे, आंसू पी लेंगे. Hold it here if you want that sixth sense. If you want that sixth sense to develop in you. If you want to develop what my Lord Justice Bhagavati said, that to innovate strategies to do justice to millions not being provided basic needs. My dear friends, these are the things I think we have to keep in mind. And I am very sure, I am not saying, I at least speaking for myself, I am very clear. I also commit mistakes. Everybody commits mistakes. To err is human. I am not, kindly don't mind, I am not lecturing. I know my own limitations, I am aware. I also commit errors every time. Even if I listen to this lecture, I will find 100 errors in that. I mean, on a lighter way, I can say that कि कभी कभी यूं भी हमने अपने दिल को समझाया है. This I am speaking for myself so that you don't feel I am not perfect. I am not claiming to be perfect. I am saying that I am also in that category which says कभी कभी यूं भी हमने अपने दिल को समझाया है, जिन बातों को खुद ना समझे औरों को बतलाया है. So मैं खुद नहीं समझाऊँ. But yes, I am on that path. I feel happy to say I am on that path of Ramana, not Justice Ramana, Ramana Maharishi. आई एम ट्राइंग टू इवॉल्व, आई ट्राई टू थिंक, क्या सोचता हूँ ये भी मैं सोचता हूँ. वट इज़ माई पर्पज़ ऑफ लाइफ? शुड आई स्लीप comfortably if I feel 50% of the children are being abused here? 50% of the children, out of which 54% are boys. Should I just sleep over it or think over this, that what can I do to improve this? What can I do to improve this? Should I think on this or should I just have fun? And especially this, I am thankful to Harsh Prabhakar. Yesterday he said, uncle, इस पे ज़रूर बात होनी चाहिए कि इस टाइम में हाउ डू वी कीप आवर मेंटल बैलेंस ड्यूरिंग दिस कोरोना. सो COVID-19 हैज़ गिवन अस इन फैक्ट a good time to think over the purpose of life. How do we utilize time? How do we improve? And on improve, I have immediately one couplet to share with you. As I mean, you all know I talk only through these Shires couplets. Because why I am saying this on a serious note? Because they got sixth sense. Whatever they said was sixth sense. It is not only Shairi or Mushaira, my dear friends. Our constitution is based upon these philosophers. As I said, Justice Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi talked of spirit inquiry. And that is in our constitution, soul of inquiry. Constitution is same. Constitution is developed because of these philosophers, Shires. The Shires were not developed by the constitution. This constitution is all what Shires got from sixth sense, from heaven. Whatever, as he says, Ghalib says, आते हैं गैब से ये मज़ामी ख्याल में. Where from these Shires got from that tender heart, compassionate heart. So how would you develop that? That's why I said, one more couplet comes to my mind which Shire which gave very beautiful formula to evolve yourself, to do justice, to do divine justice in every whatever post I am holding, whatever position I am holding, whatever relation I am holding. He says to improve, the best solution is कि किताबें रिसाले ना अखबार पढ़िए. Basically he means that there is no need to read books. That doesn't mean that we don't read books. But he is saying there is something more than books which is to be read. What is that? Knowledge, of course, is required. But how to implement that knowledge? As I said, those two judges who said, where is your Wakalatnama, also were judges of High Court. And Justice Bhandari and Justice Vijender Jain were also judges of High Court. They did justice to 700 people, Justice Bhandari and Justice Jain. And these two judges, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, had not developed that evolvement. They lost that opportunity to do justice to few hundred people just because they were not evolved souls. They could provide only computer justice. That is why this Shire says your knowledge, your post would not enable me to do divine justice. You have to develop yourself, evolve yourself as a soul, beautiful soul. And how to develop? He says, किताबें रिसाले ना अखबार पढ़िए मगर हर शाम अपने दिल को एक बार पढ़िए. Every evening after the supper, make a pillow of your hands and just examine the activities of the days. What did I do? What was my routine? It doesn't take more than 5 minutes to rewind the day's activities and see in 5 minutes what exactly happened in that matter. What exactly happened with that relation? What exactly happened in that difficult situation? How did I react? As Swami Chinmayanand said, do I have to improve? Examining yourself. Dil sa dost na dil sa dushman. Socrates, imagine 2500 years back. You see, that is the tragedy of life. 2500 years back, a great soul, a great philosopher, a great saint, I'll say, he said, life unexamined is not worth living. See that? He's talking, life unexamined is not worth living. So am I examining my life? Have I examined that what did I do in that matter? No, I am going just rushing. सुबह होती है, शाम होती है, ज़िंदगी यूं ही तमाम होती है, in arrogance, in ego. Ill will, hatred. In fact, ill will, hatred, I'm sorry to cite this. It reminds me of a great lawyer, a great friend, a great human being, Ram Jethmalani. He was a great friend. Two things I remember immediately about Ram Jethmalani. In a seminar in Delhi in 1992, I remember, exactly 1992, imagine 28 years back, I was a young boy. I'm still young, may not be boy. So on a serious note, few of us, few friends, creative lawyers, we gathered together. I remember Anup Trehan, Kamal Nijaman, D.K. Sharma, Manju Oberoi. I mean, we were all, Lalit Asthana, Anil Rakhada, Subhash Gulati. We were all there. We organized this seminar. Inderjit Sharma ji, our great friend. Chief Justice of India was the chief guest there. Chief Justice Delhi was also there. Professor Upender Bakshi was there. Arun Jaitley was there. Ram Jethmalani was there. Justice Verma was there, who had recently resigned. Murli Bhandare was there. And in their presence, all audience, I am sorry to cite this incident because it happens, I have seen this happening every day. Therefore I am saying, he said to the Chief Justice of India, my lord, this is very unfortunate that if we have a tussle or some confrontation or even a loud argument with a judge, they form unions like a trade union. If you have tussle with a judge, the whole group is against you. What is this? How sad is this? Can judges think of forming trade union? Can any one of you just do justice then? I have seen this. I have seen the positive, I have seen the negative. Therefore I am sharing with you, my friends. I mean, I can claim today to be a Bade Bhaiya of Premchand maybe. You know this story, let me cite this. This Premchand story, Bade Bhaiya, in which Bade Bhaiya is like me, a duffer, a dull man. And Chote Bhaiya is like any intelligent man, you can say Vipin Nair. When Bade Bhaiya is in 12th, Vipin Nair is in 7th. But Bade Bhaiya is always telling him, do this, do yoga, go this, study this. He keep on lecturing. Now Vipin comes to 12th, Bade Bhaiya is still in 11th. So on that count I am saying, at least I am Bade Bhaiya to all the High Court judges today. And to most of the Supreme Court judges I will say. Only 3-4 they are older than me. So on that count I am talking like a Bade Bhaiya. Please pardon my Bade Bhaiya conduct. But I am saying it is very sad that sometimes they form trade union. How can you do justice? I have seen with my own eyes. I have told you about what Ram Jethmalani said. I have also seen the other side of it. I distinctly remember in 1984 when there was strike. We all remember I was being led by New Delhi Bar Association, that prestigious Bar Association. Thakur Omkar Singh, Ramesh Gupta ji, Faizi Saab, Jain Saab, Kanwal Nain. We were all together, all bar, and we were on strike to demand bifurcation. And we were sitting, I was sitting on fast and to death against 24 judges of High Court of Delhi to demand bifurcation. Against 24 together I was sitting on fast and to death with other colleagues. What I am telling you, positive point. After that, after I broke the fast, they agreed to divide Delhi into 5 districts to provide justice at doorstep. I am sharing this happy moment with you. It happened. Today 1.5 crore are availing the facility of this bifurcation. Why? Because all those 24 judges were doing divine justice. I say this. And when I met them on different occasions, I could see love in their eyes. I never saw hatred in their eyes. I saw love in their eyes. They say, Ashok, you gave us strength. You were doing good job. Although it was against us, but you gave us strength. Today we provided bifurcation. Imagine, that is what I say. They can provide divine justice, those who are pure at heart. And I have seen people making faces. Just because you have said something to one person, his other colleague also is making faces against you. You must tell them all. We must tell them all. You just cannot do divine justice if you have ill will, hatred against any soul, any soul, any soul. It has to be a pure heart, not vindictive attitude. Vindictive against anyone. Vindictive against anyone would not allow you to do divine justice. You would be a computer justice, not divine justice. So these are important things, my dear friends. Every day we can improve. Once I resolve that I am here, the purpose of my life is to serve. अपने लिए जिए तो क्या जिए है, दिल तुझी जमाने के लिए. If I follow Vivekananda, if I make my mission what Vivekananda said, that only those who live for others are alive, rest are more dead than alive. I have to be dead or alive. I can be alive, I can do divine justice only when I have all this. मैं दिल की आंख से देखता हूँ. I see with the eye of my heart, compassion, love, no ill will, no hatred, because I am to develop that sixth sense. I am to develop that sixth sense. Sorry, there was a call. I could not put it on that mode. Anyway, friends, I had enough. I think I bored you enough. I took a lot of time. Let's be in touch. My email is very simple, as my name runs, Ashok Aroda 2310 @gmail.com. You can all email me, whosoever. Even if you send me one-liner email, I would be happy. Even if you say what nonsense you were talking, I would be happy. We'll be in touch. Let's do something and campaign on that, how to provide divine justice. You can also email to latestlaws.com. You can always email to Arete Chambers, Divyansh, Kushag, Harsh, Ria. All these, we are all together. We can work. Just let us know, and just let's pray to God. Stay safe. Imagine, only few days back we learned how to wash hands. They said 20 seconds like this. Life is learning process. But once you make a resolve that yes, we are to do justice, divine justice in whatever capacity, again as I say at the cost of repetition, divine justice doesn't mean divine justice sitting in court. No, divine justice means every soul I touch base with, I do divine justice. How I speak, sorry I missed that point. How I speak, sometimes your wrong speech, as Kabir says, Vani aisi boliye. He gave us formula. I studied in Harvard and Oxford also, but I never got such a nice formula on speech which Kabir Sahib gave us. वाणी ऐसी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए, औरन को शीतल करे आपन शीतल होए. Speak good, speak nice words. Then only I can do justice, especially for judges. A judge with nice speech can get best out of witness, best out of lawyers. And a judge losing temper just cannot get best out of lawyer. No, next to impossible. So this is very important, to speak something nice. Speak very, very nicely. You can say, you be firm. I am not saying, just allow people to say whatever. No, I am not saying that. But your words, like Ahmed Faraz says, सुना है लोग उनको आंख भर के देखते हैं तो उसके शहर में कुछ दिन ठहर के देखते हैं. सुना है बोले तो बातों से फूल झड़ते हैं. अगर ये बात है तो बात करके देखते हैं. He says कि when you speak, it should be like flowers. Then only you can do divine justice. If there is hatred in your tone, then how can you do divine justice? Because that hated speech is not coming from your lips. No, speech is coming from mind. That polluted mind makes you speak something harsh. If the mind is pure, the speech would be nice. So therefore I am to practice peace. Converse is also true. Before I open my mouth, I must think. You all know Kabir Sahib gave a good formula, Vani aisi boliye. But to a stupid like me, he gave a strict formula. That another couplet comes to my mind, Kabir Sahib ka, that's lovely, lovely couplet to control speech and good speech. Kabir Sahib says, Boli to anmol hai. He says the speech is very, very precious. बोली तो अनमोल है जो जाने सो बोली और लिए तराजू तोल के तब मुख बाहर खोली. He says only when you know that speech is so precious, then only you speak. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. Just don't speak. This is what we are to do. Develop that patience. Think over that introspection. Who am I? Why I've come? Why I've come in this world? How can I do divine justice? So thank you, friends. Sorry, I'll go on and on. My apologies. I lose track of track of time when I speak with so many good friends. I am thankful to. I am reading the names here. I can't repeat. Sorry, my apology to all of you. I am reading, but if I start reading, it would take another few minutes. I'm saying bye. Wills is the last one to join. Thank you, Wills. Thank you, everybody. Just let's be in touch to evolve more strategies to provide divine justice. Thank you. Goodbye. Stay safe. Thank you.